Hello Orchid friends, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at my 4 recent purchases. These 4 orchids are Fragrant. They're from Norman's Orchid and this is my Q2 2018 Orchid haul. If this is your first time watching my video, my channel is all about orchids. If you want to follow along my orchid hobby adventure, please consider subscribing to my channel and turn on the notification. I'm sure many of you are already aware of this orchid nursery, this orchid specialty nursery, Orchids.com. I believe Norman is the owner of this lovely nursery. He is very experienced with lots of interesting background and he has been in this orchid business for a long time. His orchid nursery not only organizes symposium but also participates in multiple international orchid shows a year and has won many prestigious orchid awards. So if you haven't checked out his orchid website, make sure you do because there are lots and lots of great orchids to be purchased to get into your orchid collection. And if you're ever in the Northern California region, make sure you visit their nursery during their open house. You will be in for a treat. The package came in very good condition. It's professionally, perfectly wrapped, and right off the bat, as soon as I open the package, I see this packing list with basically a list of the orchids I purchased, as well as a couple reminders for people who are opening the package. Essentially, the first 5 points are the instructions on how to safely remove orchids from the box, but then number 6 and number 7 are something I think worth mentioning in particular. Essentially, number 6 is to caution you not to overwater if the media is moss, and number 7 is to let you know that you should not be repotting your orchids for the first 30 days to allow your orchids to get acclimated to your environment. I know some people like to repot their orchids straight away once they get them, but I believe that you really should allow your orchids to get acclimated. So the best way really is to quarantine them, separate them from your original collection in case there is any disease or virus or any bugs. And here is the stage where we need to carefully remove the packing peanuts to get the plants out. They really use quite a bit of packing peanuts to ensure that the plant is stable and everything is in place, not getting shifted during shipment. And as you can see, some of the flowers are in bloom when I got them, so they really do a good job making sure that they stabilize everything they can, especially using the tapes as sort of like a seat belt, right, to stabilize these orchids for transportation. Personally, I always save a portion of the packing peanuts for other purposes. Sometimes I need to ship something out to friends and I need packing peanuts and sometimes I just need a couple packing peanuts to repot some of the orchids. I can put a couple packing peanuts at the bottom of the pot to allow additional drainage, things like that. It's always good to save these packing peanuts because you never know when you're gonna really need them. And it's a great way to reduce trash, right, for our environment. So I encourage you to save some of these things and recycle them, repurpose them whenever you can for our environment. Now let's take a look at the first orchid. It did not come with this plastic cup. I put it in there just for stability. This orchid is really charming because it has white in the middle and then the yellow flares outside. And the best thing is it's fragrant, right? And I think that this color combination is very soothing. And this is the flower, the orchid that I got. In the afternoon sun, it looks just very fresh and cute and dainty. And here's the second orchid. It has lots of great, healthy looking roots coming out of the pot. This orchid is also fragrant, and its name is Sogo Perfume Sweet. And I really think that this name is perfect because it does have a very perfumey, strong fragrance. When I got this orchid, it was around 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and it still has a very, very strong fragrance. In fact, in the evening, it is still fragrant. And here are just some of the photos of this orchid. The actual orchid that I got in the mail. Look at its lip, so cute. And the third orchid that comes in this package is the only orchid that does not have bloom at the moment. However, there is still a nice surprise. As you can see here, it is growing a keiki, and this keiki actually is developing 2 flower spikes. This is the view of the plant, the mother plant. It's also growing a leaf in the middle. Overall, I think this is also a very, very good find. And this is the flower that this orchid will have when it's in bloom. And I think the main characteristics, as you can see, is its lip. It's dark purple / blue. Maybe that color is called indigo, I don't know. But overall, I think it's a very attractive color combination. And here's the last orchid. I had already put it into a decorative container for stability because this is a larger plant, actually the largest of the 4. What caught my attention is its flower color. the red, but also the flower shape. It's just so cute, and the fact that it's very multi-floral. It has many flowers in the picture, as you can see, and this is the actual flower of the plant that I got. Another big reason I like this orchid is because it has Zuma pixie in its parentage. For all the orchids that I have come across that have Zuma pixie in its parentage, all have very good flowering capability and lots of interesting flower traits. So I highly recommend this orchid as well. Another thing from this package I want to share with you is this Orchid fertilizer by Norman's Orchid. Norman shared with me that he studied chemistry and plant tissue culture when he was a student, and he actually had already developed this orchid fertilizer 30 years ago. And with his experience, he has given this orchid fertilizer a couple of different upgrades. I think 3 different upgrades since. So the kind of orchid fertilizer that you can get from his nursery today would be a very good fertilizer to try out. And as you can see, it's 2016-15. So, you know, all you need really is 1 teaspoon and add that to a gallon of water. You're all good to go. This is an all-in-one orchid fertilizer. Plus, he said that this doesn't have any heavy metal and has added vitamin B1 and other really essential nutrients. So if you're really ever in the market for new fertilizer or want to give this a try, make sure you check out Norman's Orchid website and place an order for yourself to try it out. I'm really super excited about this orchid fertilizer, so I'll keep you posted on how well my orchid take this fertilizer. And this is all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to get more orchid related videos from my channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification. I want to wish you happy growing, and I will talk to you in my next video. Ciao!